Hi, Tiffany. Welcome back to my public library. How are you? How have you been, Tiffany? I've missed you so much. It's been so long. Today, we are going on a little field trip. We're going to go to the library. We're going to check out some books, and it's going to be super, super fun. Are you ready? Just a little bit of context as well for this day specifically. I hadn't slept the night before. This day was the only day that I could go like that week. It was like 8 a.m. The library opened at 10. I was still awake because insomnia. The library that I went to is so beautiful. Like they have these gorgeous, huge windows that just lets all of the sunlight in, and the way that the sunlight glistens off of the plastic covers of the books, the way that everything is just like absolutely glowing is so stunning. Like this library in particular is so beautiful. As I was walking around, as I was looking around, I was like, why do I not come here all the time just to like peruse, just to hang out? I also have Bug on my lap right now, so let me know if you can hear him. He's purring. He's so happy and so cute. Anyway, on this trip to the library, my main objective, my main goal was to find new horror books or just horror books that I have been generally interested in. And I was surprised and yet also a little bit disappointed. They didn't have a lot of horror, but the horror that I did find, I'm very pleased with. Other than horror, I found a few thrillers. I found some cutesy dootsy books. I also found a manga, which really surprised me because I did not go into the library thinking that I was gonna get manga. Also, side tangent, I had like a tiny little identity crisis almost in a way. When I walked into the library, I made eye contact with the librarian and I like smiled at her, and she kind of gave me this like look, and I was like, wait a minute, do I not look like a bookish girly? Do I not look like the kind of girl who goes to the library and like takes out books and reads them and is like a responsible person? So I texted my friend and I was like, do you think I look bookish? And she was like, what do you mean? Like, what's the context? And I was like, the librarian kind of like looked at me weird. And she was like, what are you wearing? I remember that I'm literally wearing a shirt that says, and I quote, just the tip, I promise. But either way, the librarians were super, super nice. There was one librarian who was so cute, and I had like a teeny tiny little crush on her, just like a teeny tiny little one. You know how sometimes you just like talk to somebody for 30 seconds and you're like, oh my God, you're adorable. I want to put you in my pocket and take you home. It's kind of how I felt about her. Maybe I need to chill out.
I'm just on my way back home, little drunk and alone, but I'd rather kick ya. Even though it's Friday night and I got no plans tomorrow, I could use a bam, 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 but it's not from you, cause I'm not that hollow. Baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your truth.
I'm at the library. They don't have the books that I was like specifically looking for, specifically Stephen King books. They have like 3 titles. That's about it. That's a bummer. I'm gonna see though if they have like a horror section or something, or like another section where they keep fiction, although I don't think they do. We'll see. I was much too shy to like quote unquote vlog. I still don't know how to do like the talking to a camera thing in public. I don't know if I ever will because it kind of seems embarrassing. I don't think anybody literally cares. That's the thing that keeps going through my head. I'm like, nobody gives a flying fuck, but at the same time, I'm too self-conscious about it. When I went to the library, one of the main objectives I had was to potentially find some Stephen King books. Unfortunately, they had like 3 of his books, none of which I was interested in even a little bit. So that was a huge bummer. But I do own a few Stephen King books, but that's fine. That's fine. A quick interruption to have a word from today's sponsor, Flexispot. Flexispot is leading the kinetic furniture movement across the world. They sell the most wonderful desks, chairs, furniture. Flexispot was very kind to send me one of their standing desks, the EW8. I personally chose the white color simply to match the shelves. The only thing I need now is a white chair. My transformation into basic white bitch will be complete. Let me talk to you a little bit about this desk because I freaking love it. The desk is built with an industrial grade steel frame and electric motor lift. It supports up to 100 pounds. It's also super easy to switch from sitting to standing with one simple touch. It adjusts from 28.9 inches to 46.5 using a quiet and very reliable motor. Plus, it's so easy to save the perfect heights with 4 programmable presets plus a child lock for added safety. The desk includes 3 integrated USB ports for convenient device charging and features a sleek pull-out drawer to keep any workspace clutter-free, perfect for storing office supplies and accessories without sacrificing your style. The desk is so easy to put together. Maybe took me an hour of my time, and I did it alone, and I did it with my nails. It's so easy and it comes together in absolutely no time at all. Flexispot is having their Black Friday sale right now. Click the link in the description and you can save up to 60% off. Once again, click the link in the description, check out Flexispot and their Black Friday sale and save up to 60% off. I can't recommend them enough. Honestly, I absolutely love their desks. Side tangent, this chair is also from Flexispot and I'm obsessed. I love them. Thank you so much to Flexispot for sponsoring today's video.
I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your hair, you're dead, I stare. I swear anything's better than you. Get you on the flip side, get you on the flip side. So goodbye. Just give it a try. Listen to me when I say goodbye to you. Maybe for once, just give it a try.
Right now, I'm at my friend's office. I'm meeting her here so we can go get ramen. I just left the library and I got so many books. At one point, I asked the librarian, I was like, how many books can I take out? Because it's honestly been a while since I've really gone to the library. And she was like, well, you're allowed to take out 40 items. So books, movies, music, video games, whatever. And I was like, 40? She was like, yeah, how much room do you have on your card? And I was like, I haven't taken out anything. And she was like, oh. I was like, 40, okay. I didn't take out 40 things, but I did take out a lot. More than I thought that I would. I'll show you later. We'll do a little haul situation. And then also my friend here in her office, she has a bunch of snacks. And every single time I come, I literally raid her cupboards. I steal her snacks. So I think I'm gonna sit down on the couch, read, eat some snacks, get my blood sugar up, and then we're gonna go eat ramen. And I'm so excited to eat the ramen. You have no idea. I'm so excited. Anyway, okay. Cool. It's good talking to you. See you later. Okay, funny story. I was here in this office, reading. I was comfortable. I had my snacks. I had a blanket. I was laid out on the couch. I had my stuff all over the place. I had snacks all around me. I had my books on the table. It was as if I lived there. Maybe 20, 30 minutes into my snack and reading session, this wonderful woman walks in. We make eye contact. She looks at me kind of bewildered. And I'm like, this is your office, isn't it? She was like, yeah, it is. Maybe one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, me shamefully picking up my belongings, my stolen food, trying to not act as if I am a hermit, trying to act as if I'm not frogging her space. Thankfully, there was an office next to her office that was empty. Nobody was using it. It was a humbling moment for me, but also a reality check. Maybe I should have been more aware, that I could be using somebody else's space. The ramen was absolutely stunning. Gorgeous, beautiful. I had a vegetarian miso ramen and potato croquettes, and then also a melon soda float with vanilla ice cream. So good. We had to eat it really quickly because she had to go back to work. It was 10 out of 10. And then I had to go to my friend's place because she wanted me to bring in her packages so that they don't get stolen. While I was there, I got to see Mama. I played with her a little bit. She was an absolute delight. And then I went home and I crashed. I fell asleep. I was tired. Hi, so this is the portion of the video where I go over all of the books that I got. This is the whole portion of the video. I'm so excited to show you all the books I got because literally I walked in there and I thought I'm gonna find one or two things. I mean, maybe not like a lot of things, but then as the minutes passed, my arms were getting full. I was reaping the benefits of a library card fully. I got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13 books. You ready? They had a Darcy Coates book, which I was kind of surprised about because I didn't expect to see Darcy there. They had Ghost Camera. This is a book of hers that I thought about buying, but I never got around to it. And when I saw it at the library, I was like, that's perfect. I don't have to buy it. I can just get it from the fucking library, my guy. Listen, I'm just so excited about the prospect of not spending money on books. I'm so happy about that. In Ghost Camera, we're following this girly girl named Janine. Janine finds this Polaroid on the side of the street. And what does Janine do other than pick it up, take it home, give it a bath? Janine, she's like, ha ha ha, I'm so crazy and I'm so silly. She snaps a picture with this camera. When she looks at it, she sees a ghostly figure in the background watching her. And Janine is a little freaked out. She's a little bit scared. So Janine shows her bestie this picture and she's like, bestie, what do you think is going on? Am I crazy? What's going on? And her bestie is like, pretty sure there's like ghosts and stuff, and the Polaroid picks up the ghosts. Now her and her friend are also being followed by ghosts, and it says, with each new photo taken, a terrible danger grows ever clearer. I love the premise of this because I love movies where it's like you have to wear these special glasses, or really what I'm thinking about is 13 Ghosts, where they're like, wear the glasses and you can see the dead and it's all freaky deaky. That's kind of what this reminds me of, and I'm so excited to read it. We have another horror novel that I thought about buying, that I thought about reading. I never got around to it, but I've heard so many people say such good things about it. Like, everybody loves it. Anytime this book comes up, people rant and rave, but I never picked it up. No, I did buy it, but I unhauled it. Whoa, that just came back to me. Anyway, Red X by David Demchuk. The back cover has a guy and like a butt, so that's crazy. It says on the back also, such was my luck to have so much to lose and then to lose it. I don't know what that means. So this is a horror novel, I think set in like the 80s/90s, and we're following a group of, I think, queer people. In Toronto, there's a bunch of queer men going missing. These men are already marginalized. They're already basically being targeted by not only like the public with homophobia, but there's also the AIDS and HIV crisis going on. Plus also like the police are not a good vibe because they'll brutalize queer folk. All of these queer people are going missing and nobody really gives a flying fuck. Nobody really cares. I think the book follows a group of queer people who are trying to figure out what's going on. And it says that those left behind begin to realize that whoever is taking these men has been doing it for far longer than is humanly possible. I think it might be like a supernatural situation. There might be some kind of monster or like immortal being taking these men and like targeting them specifically. I'm really interested to see what is going on with this. First of all, if it's as good as everyone says it is, because like it sounds like it would be. And I'm also interested to see like what is going on with the person or the thing that is taking the men. What I think about is maybe like a vampire situation. Let's talk about the new Karen Slaughter. I already read this. The moment I got it, I started reading it because it is a hits to go book, which basically means you have a week to read it. But this is about these two girls who go missing, like in, I think the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. Our main character is a police officer. Her dad is also a police officer. She knew one of the girls. One of the girls was her best friend's daughter. As a police officer, when all this happens, she's sort of like going along with her dad and they're trying to like solve the case and stuff. They do find their killer. But then 12 years into the future, these things are being revisited because the killer is getting out of prison because he's been proven not guilty. So they might have had the wrong guy, or did they? This was really good. This was really good. Honestly, it had me on my toes. I finished it in like 3 days. At some points, I could not put it down. I really, really liked this. Honestly, Karen Slaughter in general is just for the women's thriller mystery, Karen Slaughter does it so good. I also picked up this book, which is called Bullet Train by Kotaro Isaka. I don't know, honestly. I read the synopsis at the library and I was like, it sounds fun. Let me read you the back of the book because it seems like they lay it out. It's translated by Sam Malasa from the Japanese. Start with a fast-moving train leaving Tokyo, a suitcase full of money. Add Maria, a mysterious young woman. The prince, a charming and devious schoolboy. Ladybug, the unluckiest assassin in the world. Tangerine and lemon, sweet and tart, a lethal pair. Why are they all on this train and who will make it to the end of the line? When I read the synopsis, it gave me the vibe of something that was like all of these people are sort of on the train for maybe the same reason, to like kill somebody, but I feel like there's like conflict because maybe they all want to kill them. I'm not sure. Either way, it sounds fun. Let me know down below if you've read this, what you thought of it. If it's worth it, please let me know. I'm not going to watch the movie. Let's talk about this absolutely batshit crazy book that I got called Worth Fighting For. Tiffany, this is Mulan fanfic. This is Mulan fanfiction. It's not even trying to not be Mulan fanfiction. It's literally Mulan fanfiction. The main character's name is Mulan. Her love interest is named Li Shang. I think it's a romance novel. I'm assuming it is. In this, we're following Mulan. It's set in modern day. Mulan works, I think, at like a lawyer firm or something like that. And she's the kind of girly who knows how to get shit done. She's working and living in a man's world and she knows it and she can navigate it. But her father gets kind of like sick, but there's this like deal that has to go through or something with this guy who's like a misogynist. And he's like, I don't want to do deals with anyone other than your dad, especially, women, because ew. So Mulan is like, okay, let me like dress up like a man. Then she ends up going to this distillery or something. That's where she meets Shang. The more time she spends falling for Shang and his family, the more she wishes she could just be herself. But who is that really? Caught between family business and her own heart, how can she choose just one worth fighting for? Listen, I love fan fiction. I also fucking love Mulan. Mulan is my favorite Disney movie. Let me quickly mention a few manga that I picked up. Specifically, I picked up these 3 volumes of Welcome Back Alice by Shuzo Oshimi. I own, I think, the first 4 volumes, but the library had volumes 5, 6, and 7, so I decided to pick them up for free. If you don't know what Welcome Back Alice is about, it's a weird series. It's about these high school kids, or like this one high school guy, I guess. One day, I think after break, everybody comes back and there's a new student, this girl, or seemingly who everybody thinks is a girl, but actually it's our main character's male best friend who is now dressing in a femme way. I don't think he identifies as a girl. I think he just dresses up or presents as a girl. Really interesting look at gender. And it's also just got that Shuzo Oshimi twist. So everything's a little bit fucked up and a little bit freaky deaky. Tiffany, I'm a simple person. If I see a cat on a book, there's a good chance I'm gonna look at it, I'm gonna want it. And that's what happened with this, which is Death by 1,000 Sips. This, I believe, is the second book in the series, but it's a cozy mystery series about, I think, a bookstore / tea shop, and it had a cat on the cover. And what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like leave? Am I supposed to walk away at that point? I can't. And listen, it was absolutely devastating to me that they didn't have the first book, but I did get the second. And if I like it, I'm gonna pick up the first one. Phoebe Winchester is back on the case in Raven Creek when a body is discovered at an estate sale in Gretchen Rue's second book of the Witch's Brew mystery series. So I think the person who owns the bookstore is a witch, but it's also like a cozy mystery. Come on. Come on, dude. You can't tell me that that's not the cutest thing you've ever heard. I also picked up Chang Gang All-Stars, which is a book that I've had my eye on for a while, honestly. The premise of it always sounded so fascinating to me, like almost kind of like a thriller in a way. In this, we're following Thurwar and Stax. These two women are in prison. There is this program for prisoners called CAPE, which stands for Criminal Action Penal Entertainment. And basically, we're talking about the Hunger Games, but instead of it being kids, it's people who are in prison. And our girls, our two main characters, Thurwar and Stax, they're like the top dogs. They're about to get out of prison because that's a thing with this like entertainment thing, this fight to the death. The person who wins gets to go free. So all of these prisoners are basically matched up against each other and forced to fight to the death. It also seems a little bit gay. And by a little bit gay, it just seems like fully gay. Because I think Thurwar and Stax are lesbianic. I love to see that. Cape's corporation owners will stop at nothing to protect their status quo. And the obstacles they lay in Thurwar's path have devastating consequences. Reading the synopsis again, I was more reminded of less like thriller, more battle royale type-esque book, which I love a battle royale. I love that. But it also seems like it's making a statement about the prison system, so that should be fun. I'm really looking forward to reading this. This next book seems kind of weird. The Bog Wife by Kay Chronister. So this is about this family. They have this bargain with like a bog. You know how sometimes you just like have a bargain with a bog? They have a bargain with a bog. The staunch season of their lives are governed by strict covenant that is renewed with each generation with a ritual sacrifice of their patriarch. They sacrifice daddy or the patriarch or whatever. The bog in return gives them a bog wife. You might be asking yourself, Tiffany, what the fuck is a bog wife? I don't know. Brought to life from vegetation, this woman is meant to carry on the family line. But when the bog fails or refuses to honor the bargain, the Hadleys, the family, face an unknown future. And this is when the middle kid, Wenna, comes back and tries to get everyone to just like chill out, but nobody wants to. I don't know what to expect from this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who, what, why, when, how, where. What's going, what, a bog wife? You sacrifice your grandpa for a bog wife who carries on the family line? What does that mean? I honestly didn't read this in the library. I had just seen the cover and I was like, I'll get it. If you've read The Bog Wife, please let me know what you thought of it. I need to know. We have 2 books left. One of them is also kind of random. And I think actually a lot of these books are kind of random. I did just kind of like go a little bit crazy. I was in the middle grade section and I saw it. It just caught my eye. It just seemed very like nostalgic in some way. Handbook for Dragon Slayers. This is by Mary Haskell. In this, we're following Tilda. Tilda, you have to know, doesn't really care about dragons. She's too busy living a princess fucking life, okay? Because Tilda's a princess. Not that she really likes being a princess, though. Because Tilda is just like constantly having to do all of these like mechanisms, all of these chores, all of these things to be a princess, taking classes, whatever. It's like kind of boring, but she has no interest in dragons. She doesn't really care. But then her cousin, who's like greedy apparently, takes over things. He basically like usurps the throne, I think, or something. Tilda has to go on the run with these 2 would-be dragon slayers. Before long, she is facing down the wild hunt, befriending magical horses and battling flame-spouting dragons. On the adventure of a lifetime and caught between dreams of freedom and the people who need her, Tilda learns more about dragons and herself than she ever imagined. It just seems cutesy and dootsy and futesy, and it's just like a little middle grade moment. And it's got dragons. Who doesn't like dragons? Unless it's like Fourth Wing, in which case, like, please fucking spare me. The final book that we're going to talk about is called His Bloody Project by Graham McCrae Burnett. I remember 10 years ago seeing this book out and about around, really wanting to read it, but never actually just like getting to it. And listen, it's about murder. What could possibly go wrong? How could that not be fun? So this is about a Scottish community in 1869. We start out with a triple homicide. 3 people dead. The person responsible is a 17-year-old boy named Roderick McCrae. And that's the thing. It's like no question that Roderick is the person who did this because everything is pointing to him. But people are a little bit confused because Roderick is like a shy, introverted, harmless, seemingly harmless boy. Everybody's like, okay, but how could he possibly do it? He's an introvert. Introverts don't kill people. Presented as a collection of documents discovered by the author, His Bloody Project opens with a series of police statements taken from the villagers of Kuldi. They offer conflicting impressions of the accused. So it seems as though the book is perhaps like an epistolary novel. You may not know this about me, Tiffany, but I don't read a lot of historical fiction, but I do really like historical fiction. Let me know if you've read it, what you thought of it, if it was amazing, if it changed your life. I need to know. Also, what do you think of my shirt? Support your local library. I ordered a fucking 3X. I ordered a 3X and I don't know why, dude, because it's fucking huge on me. Look, I'm like one of those skinny girls who wears like oversized shit and thinks that she's like really cozy for it. That's me, but unwittingly, I didn't mean to buy a shirt this big. It's huge, but it's also kind of a sleigh. Anyway, thank you so much, Tiffany, for spending this time with me. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. Let me know also if you want to see another like library vlog, library haul video. I definitely want to go again, obviously. I mean, I do need to eventually go back because I need to take these books back in 3 weeks, actually. But anyway, let me know what you think. Also, thank you so much to Flexispot for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget also to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, talk about creepy shit, we talk about Mulan, fan fiction, and shit. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I will see you in my next one. I hope you have a wonderful day. By the way, you're stunning and gorgeous and beautiful, and I want to kiss your face. Okay, bye.
Wanna go dumb? Yeah, I need that. We don't give up. Where my girls at? Wanna cop this Louis V bag? Born to slay, I'm counting up, talking to the boss. Can follow my lead? Yeah, I got the sauce. It's dripping off me. Forget the cost. Your budget is cheap. I'm living so lavishly. Get it like me. Gold, gold. Shine my feel like it's from below. Never chase, only choose what we own. But you got me, but you don't.